Outpriced, outstripped, and almost pushed out of their own market. Local manufacturers had been on the ropes under pressure from a flood of foreign products. But supermarket shelves today tell a different story. Local brands are reclaiming their place and Zimbabweans regaining their taste for locally produced products once again. A leading retail chain has seen a surge in demand for some previously struggling local products.
In certain categories, it has worked. In other categories, it hasn't worked. Good example of a category where it's worked, the biscuit category. We've got a tremendous amount of good quality biscuit manufacturers in this country who have got the capacity to be able to supply our nation's demand. So overall, I'd say it has worked, but there's still a bit of work to be done in certain categories.
Statutory Instrument 64 of 2016 restricted imports of goods ranging from powdered milk to body creams and wheelbarrows to plastic pipes. It stimulated production and increased industrial capacity utilization by 30%.
The results for manufacturing have been overwhelmingly positive from a profitability point of view, from an output point of view. And it's definitely for us the way to go, without a shadow of a doubt. If we want to industrialize, we want to create jobs, and we've seen new companies coming in. We've seen companies now having an interest in setting up factories in Zimbabwe, which is exactly what we need.
For years, Zimbabwe's trade imbalance has been widening as imports outpace exports. The deficit has fueled cash shortages. Many businesses are struggling to get foreign currency to bring in raw materials, limiting the extent to which they can fully exploit the import moratorium.
There are issues. It's not to say there are not issues with regards to manufacturing. There's liquidity, there's old equipment, but the reason why companies buy new equipment is because they can see there's a market. So you've got to create, what government has done is to create the reasons for people to bring in equipment, to borrow.
Since the import restrictions were introduced, the gap between monthly imports and exports has narrowed from more than $200 million in August to just 15 million in November 2016. Farai Mwakutuya, CGTN, Harare, Zimbabwe.